Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chill English Channel. I'm Sophia, and I'm really happy you are here with us today.
And I'm Jake. It's great to have you with us again. We always imagine you listening somewhere in the world, maybe at home, on the bus, or walking outside.
And today we have a very fun and very relatable topic.
Yes, and also a little dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yes, because we're going to talk about food, and now I'm already feeling hungry.
That makes sense. Today we're talking about your favorite food.
This is one of the most common topics in everyday English conversations.
People often ask, "What's your favorite food?"
Or, what do you usually like to eat?
It's a simple question, but it can start a very interesting conversation.
And sometimes a very long one, especially if people really love food.
Okay, Jake, let's start with you.
I knew this was coming.
Of course. What's your favorite food?
That's actually a difficult question.
Why is it difficult?
Because I like so many different foods.
You still have to choose one.
Only one?
Yes, just one.
Okay. I think my favorite food is pizza.
Pizza? That's a very popular choice.
I know it's not very special.
It's still a great answer.
Yes, I just really enjoy it.
What do you like about pizza?
I like that it's simple but also very tasty.
That's true.
And you can choose different toppings.
Like cheese, vegetables, or meat.
Exactly. You can make it the way you like.
Do you have a favorite type of pizza?
Yes, I like classic cheese pizza or pepperoni.
That sounds delicious.
It is. Now I'm really hungry.
What about you, Sophia?
Yes, what's your favorite food?
I think my favorite food is pasta.
Pasta is a great choice.
I love it because there are so many different kinds.
That's true.
You can have pasta with tomato sauce, cream sauce, vegetables, or meat.
So many options.
Yes, and it's usually very comforting.
Comfort food.
Exactly.
Do you cook pasta at home?
Yes, sometimes.
Are you a good cook?
I try my best.
That sounds like me.
I can cook simple dishes, but nothing too fancy.
Simple food is often the best.
I agree.
I think food is a great topic because everyone has an opinion.
Yes, everyone has favorite foods.
And everyone has different tastes.
Some people like spicy food.
Others prefer sweet food.
Some people love vegetables.
And some people not so much.
Yes, that's true.
What kind of food do you usually like, Sophia?
I like simple and fresh food.
What do you mean by fresh?
Food like vegetables, fruits, and home-cooked meals.
That sounds healthy.
I try to eat healthy, but not all the time.
Same here. Sometimes I just want fast food,
Yes, that happens.
like burgers or fries.
Or pizza again.
Yes, pizza again.
I think balance is important.
Definitely.
You can enjoy your favorite food, but also eat healthy sometimes.
That's a good way to think about it.
Another interesting thing is how food is connected to culture.
Yes, that's very true.
Different countries have different traditional foods.
And people often feel proud of their food.
Exactly.
Do you have a favorite traditional dish?
I really like simple homemade meals.
Like what?
Things like rice, vegetables, and simple sauces.
That sounds nice and comforting.
Yes, it reminds me of home.
Food can also bring back memories.
Yes, that's a beautiful thing.
Sometimes a simple dish can remind you of your childhood.
Or a special moment.
I remember eating pizza with my friends when I was younger.
That sounds like a nice memory.
Yes, we would sit together, talk, and laugh.
Food is not just about eating.
It's also about sharing time with people.
I think that's why people love talking about food.
Yes, it's not only about taste.
It's also about feelings and experiences.
Let's go back to your favorite food again.
Again?
Yes, one more time.
Okay.
Why do you like pasta so much?
I like it because it's simple, delicious, and easy to make.
That's a good reason.
And I also like that I can change the recipe.
So it never feels boring.
Exactly.
I think that's similar to pizza.
Yes, both are very flexible foods.
You can change them depending on your mood.
Now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you prefer eating at home or eating out?
Good question.
Take your time.
I think I prefer eating at home most of the time,
Why?
because it's more comfortable and usually cheaper.
That's true.
But sometimes I enjoy eating out.
For special occasions?
Yes, or when I want to try something new.
That makes sense.
What about you?
I also prefer eating at home, but I like going to cafes sometimes.
Cafes are nice.
Yes, especially for coffee and desserts.
Now we're talking about desserts.
That's another topic.
But it's connected.
Yes, food conversations always lead to more food.
That's true.
And this is why talking about food is such a great way to practice English.
Yes, because it's natural, simple, and fun.
And everyone can talk about it.
You don't need special knowledge.
Just your own experience.
Now, let's think about how people usually answer this question.
Yes, because sometimes learners give very short answers.
Like, I like pizza.
That's correct, but it's not very interesting.
It's better to add a little more,
For example, you can say why you like it.
or describe it.
Let's look at that a bit more closely.
Yes, because this is where your English can sound more natural.
So let's look a bit more closely at how you can talk about your favorite food in a more natural way.
Yes, because small details can make a big difference.
Exactly. Instead of giving a short answer, you can add a reason.
For example, instead of saying, I like pizza, you can say, I like pizza because it's very tasty and easy to eat.
That already sounds better.
You could also describe the food.
Yes, that's a great idea.
For example, my favorite food is pasta. It's soft, warm, and very comforting.
That sounds really nice.
Let's try a few more examples.
Okay,
I love chocolate because it's sweet and makes me happy.
that's very relatable.
Yes, I think many people agree.
You can also talk about when you eat that food.
That's true.
For example, I usually eat pizza on weekends.
Or, I like to eat pasta for dinner.
These small details make your answer more complete.
Let's go back to your pasta, Sophia.
Of course.
Can you describe your favorite pasta dish?
Yes, I really like pasta with tomato sauce.
Simple and classic.
Yes, and I like it because it's fresh and not too heavy.
That's a good description. Do you prefer eating it at home or in a restaurant?
I prefer eating it at home
Why?
because I can make it the way I like.
That makes sense.
What about your pizza?
My pizza?
Yes,
I think I prefer eating pizza at a restaurant.
really?
Yes, because it tastes better.
That's true.
Also, I like the atmosphere,
Eating out can be more fun.
especially with friends.
That's another thing people talk about.
What do you mean?
Who they eat with.
Oh, yes, that's important.
For example, I like eating with my family.
Or, I enjoy eating with my friends.
Food is often a social activity.
Yes, it's not just about eating.
It's also about spending time together.
Let's do a longer example.
Okay,
My favorite food is pizza.
good start.
I like it because it's very tasty and easy to share.
Nice.
I usually eat it with my friends on weekends.
That sounds very natural. Now let's try one with pasta.
Okay. My favorite food is pasta.
Good.
I like it because it's simple and delicious.
Nice.
I often eat it at home with my family.
That sounds great. See how easy that is?
Yes, just 3 simple ideas.
The food,
The reason.
and when or where you eat it.
Now let's talk about different types of food.
Yes, this is very useful vocabulary.
Some people like spicy food.
Spicy means food with strong flavors, like chili.
For example, I like spicy food,
Other people prefer sweet food.
like cakes, chocolate, or ice cream.
For example, I have a sweet tooth.
That means you really like sweet food,
Some people like healthy food.
like vegetables, fruits, and salads.
For example, I try to eat healthy food.
And some people love fast food.
like burgers, fries, and pizza.
For example, I sometimes eat fast food.
Let's talk about taste.
Yes, describing taste is very important.
Some useful words are sweet, salty, spicy, sour,
For example, this food is very salty.
or this dessert is very sweet.
You can also say, it tastes really good.
Let's try a natural sentence.
Okay,
I love this dish because it's sweet and soft.
that sounds nice. Now let's make it more personal.
Good idea.
I love this dish because it's sweet and reminds me of my childhood.
That's even better.
Yes, now it has emotion.
That's something important.
What?
Food is often emotional.
That's true.
People don't just like food because of taste
They also like it because of memories.
or feelings.
Let's go back to your pasta again.
Again?
Yes, one more time. Does pasta remind you of anything?
Yes, it reminds me of family dinners.
That's nice.
We used to eat together and talk a lot.
That sounds like a warm memory.
Yes, it makes the food more special.
I feel the same with pizza.
Really?
Yes, it reminds me of spending time with friends.
So food is connected to people.
Exactly. That's why talking about food is so interesting.
Because it's not just about eating.
It's about life.
Now, let's think about another question people often ask.
What's that?
What food don't you like?
Oh, that's a good one. For example, I don't like very spicy food.
Or, I don't like bitter food.
What about you?
I don't really like very oily food.
Why?
Because it feels too heavy.
That's a good explanation.
What about you?
I don't like very sour food.
Really?
Yes, it's too strong for me.
That's interesting. Everyone has different tastes.
And that's what makes conversations fun.
Yes, because everyone has something to share.
And now, let's look at how we can make these conversations even more natural.
So now we've talked about how to describe your favorite food, give reasons, and add small details.
Yes, and you can already see how easy it is to build a natural answer.
Exactly. You don't need long or complicated sentences.
Just a few simple ideas connected together.
Let's build one more example.
Okay,
My favorite food is pasta.
good start.
I like it because it's simple and very tasty.
Nice.
I usually eat it at home with my family.
That sounds very natural. Let's try another one.
Go ahead.
My favorite food is pizza.
Okay,
I love it because it's delicious and easy to share.
good.
I often eat it with my friends on weekends.
That's perfect.
See? Very simple.
Yes, but it sounds complete and natural.
I think the most important thing is to speak comfortably.
I agree.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to express your ideas clearly.
And food is a great topic for that.
Yes, because it's easy and fun.
Also, you can use it in real life.
Exactly.
When you meet someone, you can ask about food.
Or when you go to a restaurant.
Or even when you're eating with friends.
That's true.
Let's talk a little about real conversations.
Good idea.
Imagine someone asks you,
What's your favorite food?
you can answer simply, but also add more.
For example, my favorite food is pasta because it's delicious and easy to make.
And then you can ask back.
Yes, that's important. You can say, what about you?
That keeps the conversation going.
Conversation is not only about answering.
It's also about asking questions.
Let's do a short example.
Okay.
What's your favorite food?
I like pizza because it's tasty and easy to share.
Oh, nice. Where do you usually eat it?
Usually with my friends.
Very simple and very natural.
Yes, and very useful.
Now let's practice a bit.
Yes, it's your turn.
Try to answer these questions out loud.
Don't worry about mistakes.
First question, what's your favorite food?
Try to say why you like it.
Second question, when do you usually eat it?
For example, on weekends, for dinner, or with friends.
Third question, where do you usually eat it?
At home, in a restaurant, or somewhere else.
Try to give a full answer.
Use simple sentences.
For example, my favorite food is blank because blank.
I usually eat it blank.
Speak slowly and clearly.
And try to enjoy the process.
You know, Jake, I think food is one of the easiest topics to talk about.
I agree.
It's simple, fun, and personal.
And everyone has something to say.
Even if your English is not perfect, you can still talk about food.
Yes, because it's part of everyday life.
And the more you talk, the more confident you feel.
That's the key.
Let's quickly review what we talked about today.
We talked about how to describe your favorite food in English.
We learned how to give simple answers with reasons.
And how to add details like when, where, and who.
We also talked about describing taste.
And sharing personal experiences.
Most importantly, we focused on speaking naturally, not perfectly.
Now we'd love to hear from you.
What's your favorite food?
Write your answer in the comments.
Try to use a full sentence.
For example, my favorite food is blank because blank.
I usually eat it blank.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video.
And subscribe to Chill English channel.
You can also share this with a friend who's learning English.
Let's keep learning together.
Keep practicing a little every day.
And maybe enjoy your favorite food today.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.